Join us now for an hour of Southern Oregon music. From country, blues, rock to pop, folk, and spiritual, all original, all Southern Oregon, on KSKQ presents the Southern Oregon Songwriters. Well, howdy, and welcome to another edition of the Southern Oregon Songwriters on KSKQ Radio. Hey! Well, I'm joined in the studio today with Jodie Jean Marston. And she's got a big old smile on her face over there. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here.
It's been such a pleasure to listen to you this summer, singing and playing. And we featured your song, Loggin' Town, early on in this program, I think our second or third. So we'll be meeting with Jodie Jean in just a little bit to play a couple of tunes for us. We're going to get this thing started with a group called Full Measure. These were came about from the songwriting group about 1995, and were pretty successful in the area and recorded a pretty nice album here that we're going to listen to. This is Beth Miller and Larry West were in this group.
First you hold me, and then you scold me. I'm so confused. Some say that love will never last. Now you're here, and then you're gone. I feel so used. Some say that love will never last. Well, I know the secrets of your mind. Well, I know the secrets of your mind. You can have me and then torment me. Should I complain? Some say that love will never last. Tell me one thing and then you lie. I've gone insane. Some say that love will never last. Well, I know the secrets of your mind. I know the secrets of your mind.
That's Larry playing the guitar.
I know the secrets of your mind. Well, I know the secrets of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, those bass vocals are great.
Yeah, man, Larry had a big old bass voice and could get up there too. Really get into the high register. I really enjoyed that band quite a bit, and I miss them, all of them. Got a tune here from Marion Rose, who was one of a continued member. This is a big song.
Heaven knows
Feel the sand beneath your toes and love me now. Hear the sounds of our beating souls. Here we go, love is slow. Tonight eternity is in our hands. Understand, tomorrow does not matter. How does the moonlight dance in your eye? Now is the moment, never think of goodbye. Here we go, heaven knows. Feel the sand beneath your toes and love me now. Hear the sound of our beating souls. Here we go, love is slow. Tonight eternity is in our hands. Understand, tomorrow does not matter. Why am I held here, suspended in time, wanting the kiss, a passion that won't be denied? Here we go, heaven knows. Feel the sand beneath your toes and love me now. Hear the sound of our beating souls. Here we go, love is slow. Tonight eternity is in our hands. Understand, tomorrow does not matter. Here we go, love me now. Here we go, love me now. La 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 la. Tonight eternity is in our hands. Here we go. Heaven knows. Hear the sound beneath your toes and love me now. Hear the sound of our beating souls. Here we go. Love is slow. Tonight eternity is in our hands. Understand. Tomorrow does not matter. Tomorrow does not matter. Tomorrow does not matter.
Yeah, yeah. That's Jack Fisher was assisting Marion there. You can kind of tell a Jack Fisher arrangement because here we go. I'm joined in the studio today with Jodie Jean Marston, and such a pleasure talking with you a little bit before the show here. I wanted to ask you about your musical background, since it sounds like pretty wide. How'd you get started in music?
I was pretty young. I believe I was playing the flute in the school band, and I had a wonderful music teacher. So that's where all good stories begin for a musician.
Yes.
Just a great music teacher who I said told my parents I didn't want to play flute. I wanted to play guitar, and the music teacher said sure, and I immediately began playing. I loved all kinds of country music, bluegrass music, and folk music growing up, and my parents always had music going on the record player and the radio, and also my grandparents as well. So just around a lot of music, and almost immediately started writing music together with my sister or friends. And
Really?
yeah.
So your sister and you had a duet going? Or?
Well, we just would write little
Write
tunes
it. Oh.
together and sing together. And I also had a very good friend who I did that with. Spent a lot of time horseback riding. So a lot of my early songs all kind of have the same same beat. Yeah, it's that the horse
interesting.
walking kind of rhythm.
Wow.
But yes, I started playing around in the community where I grew up in Tuolumne City, which is near Yosemite National Park. And just any kind of community event, fundraiser, the fairgrounds, anywhere I could go, and just kept doing it. Never stopped.
Well, let's hear a song then.
Okay.
I think you've got something here called Big House.
Yes, this is a tune that was kind of a songwriting prompt. It wasn't one that it wasn't a lightning bolt, just write the song down in 5 minutes type of song. So that's what I love about the writing prompts, because they make you do things you might not have otherwise done.
That's very true. We'll talk about that a little later on.
Okay, so... You moved to a new town Everything feels clean. Everywhere you go feels like a very first date. But not this place. It was a heavy, heavy weight. A promise made in blood, past life full of grief and love. Ghost in the workings, and they all knew my name. Well, that house was something more than left undone. Most people would have torn it down. Most people would have turned around, saving the big house. It was a feeling, no real reason to go back in time. I built a hearth of stone. I carried each one home. They told a story of shape and time. You mixed the gravel and the lime. That was the year that the locusts ate the fruit trees. They ate everything but the adobe, mixed in the clay and the sand and the straw. You did the hammering, I ran the saw. Most people would have torn it down. Most people would have turned around, saving the big house. It was a feeling, no real reason to go back in time. Where you were standing when the work was done is how I'll always remember you. You don't make that house, the house makes you. Most people would have torn it down. Most people would have turned around, saving the big house. It was a feeling, no real reason to go back in time.
Very nice song. I picture remembering how you will stand there all the time, or your lasting impression there was neat.
That was a true story. We had an Adobe House that my husband and I restored, and we don't know why we did it. So it had to be some kind of, my father kept saying it was some sort of karmic debt that we paid.
I
And
see.
we saved that house. And and then we walked away and came to Oregon.
Came over. The allure of it, huh? All right, so this next song we're going to hear is called Gotta Go to Work.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded like me until January last year.
I know. I feel like this is kind of my Poble Jodie song. Like, it's a big, big problems. You got to go to work. But there was one day, it's the way we all feel once in a while, where we're like, really? I just want to stay home and play music all day instead.
Gee, I can't relate to that at all. I never thought that way.
Gotta go to work, gotta love the family, even when it hurts, you gotta go to work. I don't know what's worse, don't know what's worse, it's some kind of curse when work comes first. Well, I wanna play my song, I wanna play this song all day long, all day long, all day long, all day long, and the night time too. But I gotta go to work, gotta love the family, even if it hurts, I gotta go to work. I don't know what's worse, don't know what's worse, it's some kind of curse when work comes first. God gave me a voice, God gave me a voice. Well, God gave me music as medicine. God gave me these hands, God gave me hands. Now God gave me guitar, picking hands. My dad gave me a saddle, my dad gave me a saddle. My daddy, he gave me his old leather saddle. I don't have a horse, don't have a horse, don't got a horse to ride away on. Cause I gotta go to work, gotta love the family, even when it hurts, I gotta go to work. I don't know what's worse, don't know what's worse, it's some kind of curse when work comes first. One day I'll have a horse, one day I'll have a horse, one day I'll have a horse, I'll name him someday. I'll ride away, picking my guitar, singing songs about how I love my family.
All right. The old heading on the horse off into the sunset.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
As the work is, right now it seems like everybody's concerned about the workplace and how things are changing so much, and the concept of working from home and striving to have meaningful jobs and
It's true, yeah.
facing automation and robots and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trying time.
Yep, the challenge of the 5-day work week. I've been reading some studies and things people are doing on just the better productivity of workers when they have a 4-day work week. And then people tend to, when they have extra time, give it back to the community and in connection and community. So, yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing that everybody's playing with, just the whole concept of. But yeah, we all have to do it.
Oh, unless we're entitled, you know.
Well, that's true.
Born into wealth, and you know.
Yeah, which I was not. So.
No, yeah, well, you know. Good musicians. I don't know how many really musicians were born into wealth. I'm sure there are some, but for the most part, it seems musicians are poor.
Yes.
That just seems
Yes.
to go along with it.
Yep. Very true.
I've got a tune here from Penguins on a Rock from their North album, and this is called "Long Live the King," and it's quite a song. I enjoy listening to this. It's its own masterpiece.
Well, I heard from the vicar that the king would be coming, collecting his taxes, defending his rule. Oh, you could be a martyr if he speaks in your favor, to sacrifice family and friends for this fool. Perhaps if you're lucky, you get to be present and see a beheading or a burning at the stake. Oh, but don't be alarmed if he points in your direction. It's only a joke that the king loves to make. Long live the king, long live the king. Cheers to the man who can wreck everything. Oh, he might give us ruins from Rome to Beijing. So lift up your glasses and let us all sing. Long live the king, long live the king. Now the qualifications
I love that organ part in
for
there.
king
you know.
are quite obscene. He had to be born by his mother, the queen, while the counts, dukes, and earls were always at his throat. He learned early on how to build a big moat. Way up in some castle, he plotted and he planned how to look very humble and still claim all the land. While the abbots and the bishops, they counted every jewel, from a land tax, a beer tax, and a tax for the mule. Long live the king, long live the king. Cheers to the man who can wreck everything. Oh, he might just give us ruins from Rome to Beijing. So lift up your glasses and let us all sing. Long live the king, long live the king. Well, the king spoke today on the balance of trade, a great proclamation of the coming crusade. Well, it seems that some heathens have a god of their own, when everybody knows God is sitting on our throne. Decisions, decisions, what will he do next to maintain his kingdom? It makes him so perplexed. Ah, but he's the decider, with words for each one. Stay the course, let's all move forward, but never cut and run. Oh, long live the king, long live the king. Cheers to the man who can wreck everything. Oh, he might just give us ruins from Rome to Beijing. So lift up your glasses and let us all sing. Long live the king, long live the king. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Long live that king. I think based on one word in there, he called him the decider. And that took me back quite a ways to a president who called himself the decider. George Bush was labeled himself that at one point. Well, that was Jack Fisher and Penguins on a Rock. Long live the king. I just love that song. I like the raucous organ. We've got a group up in Grants Pass called the Antonucci family, and they've got at one point had a group called Organized Bluegrass. And they cut quite a nice record, and I'm going to play here a song called Gold River from that album. The album is called Organized Bluegrass.
When the Mojave Desert, just north of L.A., got into trouble, so we moved away. With $85, a truck and a dog, we made it to the mountains through a road valley fog. When you don't use credit, you don't get no bills, won't get no headaches, won't need no pills. I never had much money, I never had a new car, but I played a lot of music on this old guitar. Well, the mighty Gold River, snaking through the mountains, carving out a canyon, turning rock to sand, churning mud and rainwater, made the highway for the salmon, coming home to the mountains after 3 years at sea. Younger and a whole lot smarter. I wish I could remember just half of what I forgot. I wish my bones were stronger and my legs a little longer. I wish I had a lot of things that I haven't got. But if I had a lot of money, I couldn't buy a sweeter honey, 'cause her love is all that I want. Well, the mighty Gold River, snaking through the mountains, carving out a canyon, turning rock to sand, churning mud and rainwater, made the highway for the salmon, coming home to the mountains after 3 years at sea. Well, the mighty Gold River, snaking through the mountains, carving out a canyon, turning rock to sand, churning mud and rainwater, made the highway for the salmon, coming home to the mountains after 3 years at sea.
There you go. Isn't that a barn burner?
Yeah, that's great.
I love the harmonies on that. I'm drawn to those ascending harmonies like that. Beautiful work. I want to tell everybody out there we're listening. You're listening to the Southern Oregon Songwriters on KSKQ 89.5 in Ashland and 94.1 in Medford Community Radio. You can pick us up also on KSKQ.org. KSKQ.org, listen to live streaming, or you can go to KSKQ.org page and look under the local programs and find our Southern Oregon Songwriters homepage. And there you can dial into all the previous shows that we've had, and this show here will show up on that list on next Wednesday when we do it. So and it's a good opportunity to listen to those people writing songs in Southern Oregon. And if you're a songwriter around here, we want to hear from you. We've got a place there for you to send a bio to us so that we can contact you and see if you would want to appear on this show, which is what we're out to do is get everybody over the next 10 years. That'll be 520 shows. By that time, we'll be sick and tired of Southern Oregon songwriters.
Oh, never.
So what do you got for us here this time, Jodie Jean?
This tune is called Land of Later.
The Land of Later.
Yes.
Is this Procrastination's Island or something like that?
Yeah, we could go there too. I probably have a song about that. All right. This one's there once was a land of later where nothing ever got done except the sunrise and the sunset, 'cause it don't wait for anyone. All the trails lead out to nowhere, all the mountains we did climb, always running from the shed do. We were having a real good time. It's time to get things going, gotta get things done, get things going, it's got to be done. Gotta get things going, get things done, get things going, it's got to be done. All the chores and the labor, all the money and the time, always putting it off till later. Rather be sipping yesterday's wine. Pretty soon all around us was a wall we could not climb. We were trapped inside our failure. We were trapped inside our mind. It's time to get things going, gotta get things done, get things going, it's got to be done. Gotta get things going, get things done, get things going, it's got to be done. Gotta get things going, gotta get things done, get things going, it's got to be done. Gotta get things going, get things done, get things going, it's got to be done.
All right. That just sounded like a work tune. Getting it, you kept building it forward and keeping it going. You got to get
It's a good one to sing at 4 o'clock in the morning when you gotta get out and do some work around the barn.
That's farm life, isn't it?
Waits for no one.
I used to like to go out and see the horses in the morning because they were always so glad to see me.
Oh,
you know.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're here, you're here. Where's the food? You know.
That's right. I have a small sheep farm in Talent.
Oh.
And I have about 14 sheep right now, and it certainly is affirmation that you're needed.
Oh, yeah.
Every morning about 6 o'clock, I go down there. I have 14 screaming sheep saying, "Where's our food? We need you."
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I watched a video of this dog hopping out of the tractor, running out into this field, a good 200 sheep, and just had them all marching right into the paddock just within 45 seconds. I think the sheep knew what they were doing too, kind of, but the dog was
No,
just
it's
running
priceless.
around that edge. You know?
Yeah, those dogs are priceless.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's incredible.
Yes, I'm fascinated by them and the way that they work. So what else you got for us here?
Well, here's a tune that I wrote right after. We've just been through so much stuff, in Southern Oregon, and the fire was just kind of icing on the, on the cake.
Were you close to that?
Yeah, we were right on the edge. Our farm was fine, but yeah, we kind of saw everything from our land, what was happening, and
it was so arbitrary, some places
right.
were wiped out, others were just ignored by the fire.
Right. There were sparks falling on the roof, but we were okay. But this is a tune that I wrote around that time, and I grew up around cattle ranchers and horses and a lot of cowboys and farmers, and you'll recognize maybe some of the things I say in this song is definitely directly from the things I used to hear growing up. And one of them is, I used to be told, don't change horses in the middle of a stream because, you got to stick to what you're doing and focus on what you're doing. And I certainly had an issue with that, as I'm sure most musicians would relate to. So, but now it seems like that those qualities are helping us because we have to really, that's what we are being asked to do. Spring didn't come the year the town burned down. Rain didn't fall, all the grass turned brown. We were changing horses in the middle of a stream, trying to wake up from a really bad dream, staying one step ahead of the next disaster, and we think we know why. We don't ask her why the rain doesn't fall, why the fires burn, spinning around on this blue-green ball. God made a farmer, no two the same, and you need one every day, but you don't know their name. Sow a seed for the rock, sow a seed for the frost, sow one for that tiny mama bird who just carried it off. She's staying one step ahead of the next disaster, and we think we know why. We don't ask her why the rain doesn't fall, while the fire burns, spinning around on this blue-green ball. Much of one thing, not enough of another. When it's all said and done, all we got is each other. So don't bite the hand, well, don't count your chickens. It's too much around here, still needs fixing. Staying one step ahead of the next disaster, and I think I know why. I don't ask her why the rain doesn't fall, why the fires burn, spinning around on this
Yep. Yeah, I know. You kind of shake your head with a song like that. It's just, yeah.
Yep, that's how I was feeling. That's how the farmers are getting through. Hopefully they're sticking together and making community and connection, and I do music.
Well, I just think about those sheep out there. You ever sing to the sheep?
All the
All the
time.
time.
I know all kinds of old sheep shearing songs, and oh yes.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, every spring, how delightful to see in the evenings of spring when the sheep are all going to the fold. And yeah, with accents and everything, I have a good old time. Nobody's watching, just the sheep don't tell. I have a lot of chicken songs too. I love those old-timey chicken songs.
Chicken
A
song.
lot of songs about chickens. People don't even know, yeah. Chickens love to be sung to.
The only song I know about chickens is "We Had a Rooster."
Yeah.
So I've got a song here from Zombie Plowboy.
Nice.
This is Tom and Katie Noyes. This is called the Falling Rain. We'll see what this sounds like here.
Wow. Good.
The moving flame of candlelight, casting shadows on the wall. Dark forms that dance before your eyes, angels in illusion and at fall. Each breath a whisper, pouring out your soul. A blank wall listens to your mind and what it knows. You close your eyes and wander into the night and begin to call it out in the falling rain. Out in the falling rain. Out in the falling rain. Past lives retrace the footsteps of yourself, walking backwards across the floor. The sounds you hear echo whispers all around, and they're in silence, voices near. Lightning is not fire in the sky when dark clouds come rolling. It's not the end times on that wind, it's just the falling rain. It's just the falling rain. It's just the falling rain. You walk around, fingers crossed behind your back, while the light is silencing. And when you open up your eyes, well, you look up towards the sky into the falling rain. Into the falling rain. Into the falling rain. Dervish whirling moonbeam shadows in the night, blind spot angel of your dream. The sin of numbness that haunts the walking dead. Our hearts laid open will they clean. The childhood one lost without mine, found by starlight in our eyes. Souls released out of light, dancing all night, dancing in the falling rain, dancing all rain, dancing all rain.
Whoop, ended right there on that almost a new chord. That's an interesting song. It's got a lot of imagery in it. I particularly like anything to do with falling rain. You know, it's amazing how that makes me feel. Mitch Lewis, who was one of our presidents of our organization years ago, had an album called Song of the River, and this song is from it. It's called Song of the River.
Great.
May the river sing a lullaby and gently ease your tears. May your strength be like the current as you turn to face your fears. May you feel the river's energy deep within your soul. May you take the river with you as you go. May your peace be like a waterfall ringed with autumn trees. As you listen to the healing, may your soul sing harmony. When gold and crimson drift into the pool down below, may you take the river with you as you go. May your joy be like the splashing over rocks so playfully. Sunlight, dappled bells of water, dancing as they ring. May you find your heart is laughing in a way you'll always know. May you take the river with you as you go. Faith and hope will be your current when the channel is deep and wide. Slow and murky is the water, but you'll reach the other side. Trust the current of your spirit as you navigate your fears, and you'll take the river with you, peace and joy and healing tears. May the river sing a lullaby and gently ease your tears. May your strength be like the current as you turn to face your fears. May you feel the river's energy deep within your soul. May you take the river with you as you go. May you take the river with you as you go. May you take the river with you as you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's a real nice song, you know?
Yeah, beautiful.
I love taking the river with you when you go. And it's kind of good to do that, to have that idea in the back of your mind. That just try and preserve it a little bit so you can revisit the river, I guess. Mellow out, you know. I like to take horses. We were playing around Bear Creek one time when my horse decided he was going to jump the creek. And I wasn't exactly ready for that, you know. So I took a quick bath. It was interesting.
They have a way of bucking you off right in the best places.
It's you know, getting to the point where you can really trust a horse is a big thing, because some of them are hard to trust, and others are okay. You know what that horse is going to do.
I think I don't think you can ever trust an animal 100%.
No.
I'll always be ready for something.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you've got a song here for us. Who do you like?
Yeah.
Which I just love. I love. Who do you like?
This song kind of came out in a funny way of just making observations about social media, and then through some just songwriting, editing, and hearing what people had to say in small songwriting groups, and it kind of turned into a love song, and so it became a little more interesting, but something that I may have not have written, but I actually had to ask my teenage son about just some of the, the texting symbols and stuff and what they mean. I mean, obvious ones like OMG, things like that. But I didn't know a lot of the other ones, and so he gave me a little tutorial about some things. And so this one's called Who Do You Like? Who do you like? Who do you unlike? Who do you friend or offend? Who do you ghost? Who do you love the most? Who do you host? Why ain't you following me? We used to go out to shows, face to face, off we'd go. We used to sit side by side, side to side, unafraid to cry, cry, cry. What is the cost? And how much have we lost? Is it all true or not? What do you hide? And how do you decide when it's too late? You realize all those old shelves we used to browse. Oh my Baby, do you hear me when I say, do you believe in? Do you believe in second chances? All those old shelves we used to browse. Well, oh my God, I'm laughing out loud. And I'm an open book in real life. And I am standing here now. Who do you like? Who do you unlike? Who do you friend or offend? And who do you ghost? Who do you love the most? Who do you host? Why ain't you following me?
You're right. It's a modern new world. I'm going to unlike you. You just keep that up. Oh, Jodie Jean, it's been such a pleasure having you here in the studio today. We've got about a minute left here. I do want to make sure I tell everybody that if you're a songwriter in the area, we would like to hear from you. You can contact us at southernoregonsongwriters@gmail.com, or go up on our Facebook page and leave us a message, or go to KSKQ.org and go to the local programs, current local programs, and dial in the Southern Oregon Songwriters there, where you can tell us a little bit about yourself and even upload some of your songs for us to play. You have been listening to Jodie Jean Marston here, who's been our guest, and it's such a pleasure, really, still again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you know, it's. I'm always so impressed with how everyone has a different viewpoint and a different framework, you know, and your framework in around farm and growing up in the rural areas and the type of work that we do on farms and that is part of your framework, you know, how you view it, and it's kind of like pictures, you know. They say, why are you taking another picture of Crater Lake? Well, nobody's taking it from my viewpoint, you know, which in photography isn't as big a thing as your viewpoint as a songwriter.